Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our health spreads for the next week in March. Got these Mamby sticks here ready to go, as well as these sticker books which I'll pull from. Okay, so this week I was in the mood for some bright, fun Planner Babe vibes. I think because I ended up using some colorful discs on my final countdown weight loss tracker, brought my Planner Babe mindset to the forefront, just kind of feeling like these rainbow bright colored stickers would be a great match for this week's health spread. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I've gotten here. I'm looking at the Mamby sticks for kind of like a large quote that might work for my focus area, and then maybe pull some of the discs from here too. I'm not real sure yet about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly look through my books and see if there's any other elements that I might want to pull in here. I think what I want to use are these strips for my food log. So I'm going to start laying those in. These are from the Planner Babe mini sticker book, which I have here. So the sizing is a little bit different. They're a little bit short, or at least some of them are a tiny bit short for my food log area, and then some will end up being a little bit too long. So I am using those small paper stickers that are like discs to kind of maybe bridge the gap there where it doesn't quite meet the end. And we'll see if that works. I can use that to kind of denote my total calories area. And so like I said, these are a little bit weird because some are longer and some are shorter, and so I'm trying to vary the orientation of them so that they're not all one color at the top. Just kind of, make it vary as we go down. I'm trying to layer in a couple of shorter ones, make those fit into the space, and maybe some longer ones in other areas. See what I have here. I wasn't really happy with the color selection. There is a olive green color that gets brought in other areas, so I wanted to pull that in somehow, and only the longer ones really had that. So I was seeing about maybe trying this guy out, just have it layered without it, and then maybe use this longer strip here with the olive color one. But that's when I noticed that it was the only one with that kind of weird olive green. So I'm going to do some shifting here and replace it out so that I can add that at least another time here on the bottom. And I don't really like that little paper disc, so I decided to not use that. Now I'll just see where I want to place my large quote that I'm going to use up here. I think just kind of straddling these two boxes is going to be a good spot. Last week I did kind of a flow of avocados, and I just am writing the workouts around the areas of the avocados. I think I'm going to do something like that again, a little less structure, just kind of fit them in the workouts that I do where they fit on the spread. It's going to be a little more free form, so I'm looking for some decor that I can pull in here just to balance out the spread and make it look fun and interesting to look at. So I did want to pull in some discs, and I kind of liked these guys, but there's not a lot of color variety. So I'm just trying to see how far I can make them go. And then I started reading them, and there's pairs of each that have the same saying. There's only like 3 sayings in total for all 5 discs. So I didn't like that, and am looking for an alternate option. And that was from my Planner Babe accessory book that I have. And then I remembered I need to have some habit trackers. I thought there were some habit trackers in that book, but I didn't find the ones I was looking for. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back into my wellness sticker box and pull in these habit trackers. From there, have the right colors, luckily. So here's where I put back those kind of quote disc stickers, and I think I'm just going to work with regular disc stickers, but I still need to find the ones I really want because the ones there on the sheet I think are going to be a little too small, but let's see. Let's see if they have any plain ones that are bigger. And well, maybe they're not too small. I kind of liked that I had a bunch of them there on the almost empty sheet, so maybe I can pull them in. As I was flipping through, I saw this box sticker that would be good for the sidebar, so I'm just going to pull that in. And now I started looking for other things for the sidebar. Trying to find something that kind of relates to working out. It doesn't have to be, you know, totally about working out, but just something that could be relatable, like maybe that Dream Big, but I didn't like the font on that guy. So I just went back to the discs and started to pull that part of the spread together. Since they're smaller, I decided to do more of a cascade of discs falling down from the top area. And I'm going to pull in some from the Planner Babe Mini and from the regular size, since those discs seem to be a match in size, and I have more variety of color there on the left-hand side in the, I think that's the mini sticker book over there. The page that I'm pulling from on the right-hand side used to have all of the colors, but I think I used them mostly on another spread, so I just need to make sure I have a good variety at my disposal for what I want to do, and that's why I'm pulling in the ones from the other sticker book. I also have a bunch of like clippings that I think I used on that same spread when I had used all the other discs. Whenever possible, I save things, so you never know when you can pull those in. I'm going to go ahead and use what I can from the sheet and put them on the edges and things so that they look like they're just cut off but coming from inside of the boxes. So that's a way to reuse stickers. You know, I could have thrown those away, but now I have a chance to reuse them here, and it adds just a little bit of extra to the design of the spread. So, you know, sometimes it's worth it to keep trimmings and reuse them in different applications. Even if you can't use them on the spread you're currently doing, save them. You never know, you might be able to use them in the future. I do that a lot with florals as well, like save the extra leaves I don't use or the trimmings of the flowers when they're on the edges, and I almost always find a way to reuse those later down the road. So now I'm just trying to create like this random feel to the disc coming down from the top in areas, but also trying to be mindful of enough space to write in the workout on each day, not cluttering up any one day too much where I couldn't write in 2 workouts and the stats that I track on each day if that happens. The only day I don't do that is on Saturday, my rest day, so I could be a little bit more clustery there on Saturday, but all other days I try to do at least 1 workout, if not 2, so I just want to make sure that I have the room to write those in if I get them both done. And here I am going back into the sticker book looking for some more items for the sidebar. Not real sure. Sidebar is a little awkward, I will say, on this spread. I think it's that like orange box. I think it would just have looked better with a different choice, but I wanted to bring in some solid color, so we'll just work with what we have there. And that quote would have been perfect, that hustle your heart out, for the health spread, but the font wasn't quite right. I don't really have anything else in that font on the spread, and then it was a little bit big, as you could see when I laid it down, so I decided against it. And it looks like the mini sticker book is actually the one that's on the right, so I mixed them up. So mini on the right, regular on the left. But they have a lot of crossover stickers as far as like the same size disc, like I said before. And anything that's not custom made for a box is about the same size, it seems. And I thought I might use that Planner Babe sticker, but I didn't like it. It's a little too small. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll use this larger box sticker, and remembered I had a clear sticker, or a bunch of them actually, in that accessory book. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those in and use one of those to fill that gap. So I like that. I like the feels of that. I think now I am going to go ahead and print off my stat stickers, which I always forget to do, and lay those down. I will say, when I was deciding on how I was going to lay in these stat stickers, I kind of thought I was going to cut all of the food log strips just straight across there, but then kind of liked the variance of it cascading down and being at different heights, so then I changed my mind on that. I don't know, you might not like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back in and fill the gap. But when you see how I lay it out, you guys can make the decision if you like that or not. I might still go back and change my mind on that. But for now, that's what we're going to work with. So I'm going and laying in my sidebar. I'm just going to basically move it straight over from the wax paper. And now, like I said, those food log stickers, I'm just going to go ahead and lay those in and line them up. I am making some variations there, as you can see. I flipped that one guy so it would be oriented differently than the one on the end. At this point, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep the trailing ends or not, but I do decide to keep them and not cut them off. I just thought it made it look a little bit more interesting, but it is a little bit awkward once I start laying down the stat stickers, which you'll see. So yeah, so here, this is where I didn't lay them down fully because I still was undecided, and then I finally committed to it. So before I'm going to lay down the stat stickers, I'm going to go ahead and white out the two cross bars here on the top, just so that I can lay in the stickers when I'm done laying down the stat stickers, and this will be all dried up and ready to go. I'm using my Jelly Roll white opaque pen as kind of like a whiteout pen in a 1.0. And it works really great for covering those fine lines. So here I am starting to lay in those stat stickers that I mentioned, and I print those on my foam memo printer. It's just a small little thermal printer that doesn't require any ink, only prints in black, but it's really great for these repetitive stickers or anything that you would do over and over again, like, you know, maybe like date stickers or things like that. Something that you would use a stamp for. It's really great for that, as well as custom stickers like quotes or something where you just want to have something very specific. It's a great little printer for that. So I use that for my stat stickers, and as you can see, I am laying them in a little bit different. And some are free floating there and some are not. Yeah, it's a little weird. I give you that, but I think, I don't know, I kind of like the variety, but we'll see as the week goes. My A-type OCD style personality, not OCD, but my very, I don't know, particular personality when it comes to design might not like that by tomorrow. So I might go back and fill in it all the way down to the bottom of the stat stickers with more of those strips. But for now, that's what we're going to go with. See if we can get that to stick. And moving over those kind of cutaway pieces there now. Not moving them exactly where I had them on the wax paper, but kind of close. Again, it really doesn't matter too much. I just want to make sure that each day does have enough room for writing in those workouts. And I also tried to be really mindful of how I was laying in specific colors of the discs. All the discs are oriented with the hearts kind of straight up, except for one. I really didn't have a choice on that one, which I'm about to lay down right now. It was a cutaway from a different one, and it was cut at an angle, so I couldn't really orient that one straight up and down, but I think it's hidden enough that you don't really notice it, whereas all the other ones I really tried to kind of keep that uniform straight down a heart look to them, so you would see the hearts on all of them. Kind of makes it look a little bit more uniform too, and a little less random. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe pull in a few more of those smaller pieces. Just kind of use those up where I see there is room to add them in. Just keep that random feel. I'm also going to need to close up the boxes with a fine liner, and once I get that done, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!